side.
Yeah, send us in, send us in, send us in.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to our final game of the night. Our WA game was unfortunately cancelled due to a team no showing, but we do have a game from New South Wales here. I'm Chris and that's Gex, and they're already underway.
We had to talk fast here because we got underway pretty fast. Going straight in, Veiny Cucumber. I'm not sure about that name. Gonna be
glorious name.
Putting that straight into net. What a backboard read. Great angle off of it. One of the better shots we've seen tonight.
Yeah, great way to start from Veiny Cucumber. Just able to line it on in and yes, go straight in there. So early lead to the blue team here, but Iskela trying his best to respond, but won't be able to just yet. Vorstig now picks up the ball and he brings it to the wall.
Pigeon Gang, of course, being Bass High School versus the Tully State High School. They're in the orange. Ling Mao now going to go up for that save off of the backboard. Vorstig out across field. A good pickup by Veiny now. Going to get a flick on one and under it for the second touch. Good carry, good flick. Gets it in high under that crossbar. And another great goal out of Veiny.
Yeah, he's doing some pretty good work here. Veiny has just flicked that one in. There was no hope of stopping that one for the opposition. And yeah, just flies straight on in. And that's yet another goal to that blue side of Bass.
Yeah, huge start for Pigeon Gang. Veiny seems like a very well-versed in Rocket League player here. A lot of experience here, and another one reading it out of that corner so well. Defense was there and very close. They're making the right moves, but Veiny is just so fast and so skilled right now that it's going to be hard to get it back past it.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, he is already dominating this game. He's got all 3 goals. His teammates have barely got a touch. They're both on 4 points here. Cheese McGee now up to 6, but that just tells you the early dominance in this first minute from Veiny Cucumber, who's put his team within a very, very solid 3-goal lead already. He's looking to make it 4. He gets bumped for play, sets up for his teammate, but it doesn't matter, as he'll still send it in regardless. A nice little fake coming out there from Lil K's, and well, Veiny Cucumber, he picks up the 4th, and well, just like Revila earlier on, he is just popping off.
And you saw Yulsket go up early and try and get under that, but he did actually get faked out by that one. I think there he tried to get in the way of that second touch that never came, and yeah, 4-0, huge start, like you said. Big confidence on Pigeon Gang right now, and they're playing so hard and fast that it's going to take a bit of a change of pace and attitude out of Orange side, but Yulsket will get one away. A great goal, and redeeming that missed save from just earlier.
Yeah, able to get it through that cluttered defense there. Cheese McGee trying to flick on over to pick up the ball, but yeah, just getting away from him there. He couldn't respond, and that will finally be the first response here for Tully. But can they continue to lift? That's the real question here, as Vorstig has to go up to try and save that one. Just puts it into a dead pocket there, but Cheese McGee trying to follow through. 1-2, no, how do you do? The ball gets just knocked away from it at the last second. Little K's now sets it up with Veiny Cucumber. Look at that, just like that, a 5-for all 5 goals, all to Veiny Cucumber. This man is wilding at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely huge, and that big bump there on Vorstig. Vorstig seems to be a pretty big member for this orange side as well. Tully State have been relying on him a fair bit, so for him to get taken out there, he's also suffering with that's up to 160 ping right now, red across the board there. Not too terrible a ping. You can play with that, but not if it's fluctuating like it is right now. This is going to be horrific on his screen. Unfortunate for him. Did the earlier goal there for Tully as well, hugely reliant upon his ability to just fight that pass in as well. Good save there out from the Pigeon Gang. 5-1, they're going to maintain that scoreline now as Ling Mao out to the midfield. Nearly Lil K is able to get there, but it will go back to that midfield again.
Yeah, Veiny Cucumber just taking his time here, just waiting for the opportunity to pounce. He is losing his control of his car every now and then as well, which isn't really helping him bring up the ball, but he's got all 5 goals for his team so far, so a few mistakes here and there won't really salt the ship too much, as Cheese McGee just keeps it in the attacking third here. A very cluttered defense there from Tully, as they do clear out the ball. Veiny Cucumber will immediately get contested by Ling Mao, and well, he will set it up for Together, but he just can't connect, so it's up to Vorsic now to try and send it the ball, but Veiny Cucumber, a little bit of a double commit there with Little K's, but they do clear it out anyhow, and Little K's will follow it through, just hits the wall once again. Skillet picks up the ball, easy save there for Chiefs McGee, just pops it straight on up. Ling Mao takes up the initiative, he gets a divorce stick, but he just sends it narrow, a few degrees out, and that goes in. It's a 5-2 game, but Skillet trying his best to follow through, but Veiny Cucumber eventually gets a booming clear out here, forces Vorsic to save, but that could nearly work, but Veiny Cucumber just a little bit too tight on the line there.
You said a couple of degrees. I think that's even generous. That was an incredibly close goal. Vorstig really making a difference for this orange side, but it needs to be in to make a difference to the scoreline. However, I gotta say, I am impressed with the ability of Tully State to work as a team here. Cheese McGee definitely putting that out for Pigeon Gang, but you know, when you've got these two high-flying mechanical members of the team, sometimes the teamwork does get lost a little bit, and I do feel like Pigeon Gang, as great as they are, Lil K is able to hammer one in here. I think it's actually the orange side that's impressed me more as far as just passing out and relying on each other for teamwork so far. However, they are down 6-1 at the moment after that great score from Lil K's.
Yeah, it is definitely a bit more of a team-based effort here from Tully, but it just wasn't enough to really contain Veiny Cucumber early on, as that ball will just be wide there. Ling Mao will not be able to get the second touch here. Skillet nearly gets the unbelievable angle, but ball will just get harried out of defense. But yeah, there is a lot of positives to take out here from Tully. They're doing well on defense. They've been able to steady the ship after Veiny Cucumber's, well, no, like putting it absolutely mammoth opening 90 seconds, but those 90 seconds have absolutely cost them here, because with 24 seconds remaining here, it doesn't seem likely they'll be able to bridge that 5-goal gap. Veiny Cucumber, that early start was absolutely mega, and that's won his team the first game.
I think actually maybe the start of this match, the very early join from the Pigeon Gang here might have had a little bit of an effect on Tully State as well. I think they were a little bit hurried to get in here, and that definitely seems to have taken an effect on the early game. Pigeon Gang able to get it out ahead very, very early there, but like you said, they improved, they adapted, and they really came back quite strongly in the end. Maybe not able to get out much score, but they were definitely holding Pigeon Gang at bay, so I expect second match here to maybe be a much closer result.
Yeah, hopefully it should be here, but we'll find out soon enough. But again, I think just like the past two games we had a little bit earlier on, it was a bit of a one-man performance that really lifted Pigeon Gang or Bass over the line. I mean, Veiny Cucumber, that side was just unbelievable. 5 quick goals, and his team was pretty much won the game.
Although you have to say that the second man there, Lil K's, also has some really decent mechanics coming out there. A few backboard attempts that looked to be on target before they were saved away. And Cheese McGee is backing up that line quite well. Pigeon Gang is no slouch as an entire team, despite the clear skill advantage there from Veiny Cucumber.
Yeah, they were doing well in second and third man roles as we do get this second game underway. And Veiny Cucumber, oh, that is just pure skill. Takes it from end to end. One little flick to make it sure it sends it in. And that's going to be the early goal to Cucumber.
I gotta say, I did like the attempt at backboard by Ling Mao. It looks like the orange side is able to fire something back with some skill there as a solo player. However, Pigeon Gang just sniped that away. And of course, it was Veiny, the man himself, coming through. That's a great save. Yulskat, that's very high. Ling's available. A good touch and gets a shot out of it, but it's just too slow to get past Cheese there. He does seem to almost be the designated defender there. He's not the man you want to beat in goal, and he is too much for that shot. Ling Mao, again, back out downfield. He's not going to find a teammate, though. He did try and follow it up himself. Vorstig going to send that up out from his own backboard, but it's not a great touch. Veiny will just find the angle on Yulskat.
Perfect place, perfect timing there for Veiny Cucumber. Vorsig tries to clear out, but yeah, just doesn't get the touch going there. Pretty much just gifts it straight over to Cucumber. And well, he had his line pretty much set for that bottom corner. He's able to get it through with nearly being saved away from Vorsic. That would have been mega if he does get the save, but just couldn't reach it in time. And now Cheese McGee, he's going to go for it. He gets it on top of Vorstick. And just like that, from 1-0, the Floatcakes have opened a touch. It's now 3-0 in the favour of Bass.
Great shot from Cheese McGee coming up from that back line for a change to have that big shot and an effect on the game there. I did actually expect a little more out of Vorstick. He carried the game the first one. Don't take that as a bad thing. To have expected much more out of that than he got is a good thing, but unfortunately just not able to make the difference for the team just there. Big demo there from Vorstick now though, as he tries to set this up. Good 50, needs Lingmao or Yulsket, both are up, but it's going to be a miss. Vaney actually looking to collect a flip reset there, but a huge high mechanic play is not going to be available to him as he misses that, and the ball goes to the possession of the orange side.
Yep, they pick it up once again, but Vaney Cucumber nearly getting that one in. Yet again, that would have been an absolute blinder of a goal if he sent that one in, but instead it's just going to be some mutual demos as the ball gets carried up to the defensive end of Bass. But here we go, Vaney Cucumber, he's done this before, can he do it again? No, he can't. Ling Mao with the save this time around. But the ball's still in the corner, and it's still in a dangerous spot here for Tully as Vaney Cucumber, is that the touch? That is the touch there. One little flick of the ties, that's all you need to send it on in 4-0 for Bass High.
I thought Yulsket had this for a second, but it was just enough speed to get it behind him. Well-placed shot there, just behind the defender. We'll make sure that that's a 4-0. I want to see, really, Tully's high school come back and play the game the way that they seem to prefer in the first game. We'll really look for each other here and work on making sure that that communication is good, because that was something that they did very well in game one, and I think it held them at bay for a large part of the last half of that match as well, while still being able to put on an attack. He will just slice that one in.
That is a very, very nice touch there from Cheese McGee to get that one in. As just look at that, just uses the tiniest flick of that ramp on the corner, but it doesn't shoot off at an odd angle, it just sails pretty much in a spot where no defender can get to it. That just shows perfect positioning there from Cheesy McGee. 5-0 here to Tully, and well, hate to say it, but I think this series might be done and dusted.
All of our series today have been 2-0s, and it's not looking like a huge difference. What a shot from Vorstick. Good save out of Vaney as well, showing that he's not just an attacker. He can get back there and make a brilliant save like that as well. But very promising things out of Vorstick, despite the fact that he's actually in last place for his own team right now on points. He's been a big effect on the team, but Pigeon Gang is just absolutely monumental right now. They're overwhelming overwhelming Tully State with just finesse of the ball. Another great shot, this time out of Ling Mao. Showing us that he's slouched behind Vorstick, and now they have to push out once again. Minute 42 left on clock.
Yeah, 100 seconds left on the clock here. Tully, they've been able to just stem the flow once again here, but those floodgates opened up, and well, they just couldn't control it as we enter the final 9 seconds here. They're looking for some few consolations. They are, I mean, this is probably just the case of the opposition just being a bit too good for him here. I mean, Vaney Cucumber, I mean, we've seen his mechanics throughout the series. They have been pretty darn good. As Vorsick, there we go. He gets the play off the waterfall there. As Ling Mao just pops it up perfectly off that pinch with Cucumber. James McGee just caught in a hard place there. Probably would get demoed if he's on the goal line. So, yeah, just a hard place for him to be in. There is a response there for Vorstick, but 4 more goals in 70 seconds. Don't think they can do it here by Vorstick. He's going to try, but Vaney Cucumber well placed to just be an absolute brick and stop that.
Not just Vorstick, to mention their Ling Mao, the patience. He actually baited out the defense there to make the position available for Vorstick to take that. It was brilliantly set up goal. There's a great Ling Mao reads it off the backboard again. Ling Mao suddenly coming out as a star player here for Tully State. These two players, Vorstick and Ling Mao, working off each other so well.
Yeah, they are. I mean, both teams currently 3-1 in the in the standings here. Ling Mao, he might just make that gap into 2, but Vaney Cucumbers made it back in time here. So both teams, they do know how to win here. But can Tully rally back to pull off what would be an absolute upset here in Game 2? Well, they got 30 seconds to do it. It's a possibility, but it's a very hard one, as Vaney Cucumber just going to try and carry the ball out here. He gets it to the other side of the field. Can he send it in and fall the nail in the coffin? No, he can't. But time continues to tick away here. Only 20 seconds remaining here. Cheese McGee, tight line, but well safe there by his Gillett. Little K's just pops it up for a possible waterfall attempt. Vaney Cucumber can't send it in. It's just all for show, however. As time ticks away, it will be Bass going to 4-1 on the standings here after a nice series against Tully High.
Yeah, absolutely epic series. They're not going to let the ball drop straight away. Obeying Rule 1 of Rocket League there. Pigeon Gang will take the win eventually as the ball does drop. But an insanely massive game there. Cheese McGee as well stepping up at the end there. We said he was that back liner, but he actually got 2 of the 5 goals in that second game. But I got to say, what a comeback at the end there from Tully State. I have to say, if we saw Ling Mao and Vorstig work together that well from the beginning, we may have seen a very different series there. It really only came together for them in the dying moments. Yilsket as well was a huge player on defense for them, as Lil K's had to be stepping up from Cheese McGee in that department in this second match as well.
Yeah, indeed. It was just a nice all-round performance there from Bass, but I think there is one obvious MVP. I mean, he scored a lot of goals. He was leading up the front. Vaney Cucumber, the definite MVP for mine.
Yeah, I gotta agree there. Vaney just had the mechanics. I mean, he maybe didn't look for as much team play as the Tully State side did, but as a solo player, he must be incredible in that one scene, and he really, really brought that into the game today and managed to bring them out a win for that.
Yeah, I mean, a multitude of goals and, well, a well-done performance to him and the rest of his team as well to get Bass to 4-1 and to continue their hopes of making playoffs in New South Wales ACC and the Queensland Division. So, for us, though, that will be the end of our broadcast tonight. Thank you all very much for watching. We'll be back 5 p.m. AST once again on next Thursday for Week 6 as we enter the second half of the regional group stage. But until then, I've been Chris, that's been Gex. Thank you so much for watching and have a very, very good night.